Hello, hello, happy Saturday. It is a beautiful fall Saturday. Today is November 1st and I'm going to be out of commission for a couple of days, and so I really need to get into the garden today, make sure everything is taken care of. I also need to make sure the animals are moved to fresh grass and that everything's taken care of with them as well. So join me on this Saturday, fall Saturday, November 1st, where we're going to take care of these animals. We're going to take care of this farm. We're going to make sure that things go right this time. All right, follow along. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is get some water into the ground or into the boxes for all of these big, beautiful plants that we have growing. This right here that you see is a lemongrass, and I don't even know if this video is really going to do it any justice because this thing is huge. It's like humongous. Here, let me put the waterer down in there and pull back so you guys can see how big it is. It's so beautiful. Oh, I grew this thing from seed with the help of God, of course. So I am just so thankful that this is here. We've been cutting on it and we've given it to some of our members in our fall CSA share. And when I say that this fall season has been a wild one, it really, really has. So I'm thankful to be able to have some crops that are still doing really, really well, like this lemongrass here growing on the farm. In addition to spraying, watering, we're also going to fertilize today, and I'm going to fertilize the leafy greens and maybe the roots box that I have. If I have some more bone meal, I'm pretty sure I have to order some more organic bone meal because when I last checked, I do have bone meal. I don't have blood meal. That's what I don't have. So I'm going to fertilize my leafy greens with some good old fish fertilizer, and I do that in my 2-gallon tank here. And this is the fish emulsion that we use. And so what I like to do is use about a tablespoon per box, and I'll fill this thing all the way up, and then I'll just water each one. And then from there, once I have it watered with the fish fertilizer, I'll go back with the water hose and like really soak it in. So we're gonna go ahead and get that fertilizing done, and then I'll start watering. And I know that some people are fussy when it comes to measurements and all of that, but I just eyeball it. Fish fertilizer is not one of those that's going to burn your plants, so you can definitely just go ahead and do it at any time of the day. So I just kind of eyeball how much I need. I fill up this tank, and then I go ahead and get to watering, and so you guys will see me do that here in just a second. All right, we got one box down. Let's go ahead and do another one. So here's me just pouring how much I think I need in there. That probably was 2 tablespoons for that one, but it's fine. Do what works for your garden and what you think your garden needs. And it's probably been a good month since I fed these plants. So I was out of town, then I had COVID, and so now I'm getting back to feeling like me. I'm going to make sure that they get a good feeding now, and because like I told you guys, I'm going to be out of commission for a little bit. I got to make sure that they're taken care of in that aspect as well. Whoa, that was a big splash. I'm pretty sure that I planted kale throughout this whole box, but as you can see, it did not come up. And then we'll water it in from there. Now, once I put water on these, I will go and switch over to the animals because I do want to give the water some time to dry up. And then what we'll do once that's done is I'm going to put my gloves on and then start to go ahead and mix up the BT and the surround in tank. For those of you who are new here and you don't know what any of those are, they are organic pesticides that you use to prevent things like worms, army worms, caterpillar worms, cabbage loopers, things like that. And then surround is a kenneling clay that you use to prevent other pests like flea beetles, soldier bugs, different things like that can cause some damage to your garden. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is spraying these, because what usually happens for us here on the farm is right about November 1st, which is today, we start to see an infestation of flea beetles. But the weather this year has been a little bit different, where it has actually gotten a lot cooler sooner than usual. And so this morning I was going to come out early, but it was just 40 degrees and I was like, nope, I'm just going to wait. So now it's about 60, and that's why I'm out here now getting started with everything. And since the temperatures have been a little bit cooler than usual, I have not seen any flea beetle pressure just yet. And what usually happens is I'll see a couple like here and there, but I haven't seen any. So I'm hopeful that that's a good sign that the weather cooled off and, you know, they're not going to show up in the droves that they usually show up every year. But that waits to be seen. So we'll just see what happens. And so, of course, we're going to make sure that we try to keep them at bay. And we do that by spraying with Surround as a preventative measure. All right, so you guys probably remember this one from my last video. It's my roots box. And when it comes to growing roots, bone meal is my best friend in the garden. And so you'll see that with this, I'm not too much measuring anything. I'm just sprinkling it in where I have roots growing, and then I'm gonna water heavily because this requires a good water for it to soak in what we need it to soak in. And so, well, apparently I never pulled those up from the other day, but that's okay. We'll just use them to feed the soil. But I'm just sprinkling in this bone meal so that we can give this box a good feeding, so we can grow these carrots, these radishes, these turnips in here. And then we're gonna come behind and water it in. Okay, so I've got all of the plants fertilized that I needed to fertilize, and I watered everything in really, really nicely. Apparently, it's just not the day for me and my tripod because my tripod decided to break, but it's okay because I'm still going to continue with the video and do what we need to do to show you guys what's going on. So now what I'm getting ready to do is transition to the animals while I allow these plants time to dry off. And I'm going to get them fed, watered, move the birds to fresh grass, well, as much as I can, because I don't think I can move that big pen by myself. I just want to tell you guys that I so appreciate you watching my videos. I've been farming for a really long time, and my husband is the person that encouraged me to start a YouTube channel, and he's been saying that for, I don't know, 8 years or so, maybe 9 at this point. And I've just been so scared, but the gratefulness that I feel from you guys watching my videos is just great. And even when I had COVID and people just were chiming right back in and just making sure that you guys are following along. So I'm thankful to be able to share with you what we do on our farm. Of course, everyone's different, right? We each have our own way of doing things, of growing, of producing food, of even raising animals. But I'm so glad that you guys are here and following along on our journey. And I just want to say that I appreciate you. All right, so it took me a minute because We had some escapees, but I'm out of breath. But I got everybody that is in these smaller pens moved to fresh grass. So that's all done. And now I'm gonna go in the house and see what they're molting. And apparently there was an old egg down there, but who knows how long that's been there, so we're not gonna touch that. I'm gonna throw it in the trash. But fresh grass, fresh grass. So now that we've got everyone fed, now that we've got everyone fed and watered and taken care of for today, I am going to go in the house and freshen up, wash up my hands, get something to drink because it's getting a little warmish beer out here. It's about 66 now, which isn't warm by any means, but you know, when you started out the day at 40 and then you've gone up 26 degrees, you can get pretty hot. So my mouth is dry. I just came out of the brooder pen, which is always dusty in there, and so I just want to go freshen up, hose off a little bit, and then I'll come back out and spray so I can protect the vegetables, because I'm sure they're dry by now because that took longer than it should. So I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, so that break was a whole lot longer than I needed it to be, but it's the end of the day, almost about 4:30, which means that we've got about an hour. See where the sun is? It's setting because it sets in the back of our property. So that means that we've got about an hour and 15 minutes before it gets dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up with the kennel clay and the BT so that I can spray and get this job done. I told you guys earlier that my tripod definitely broke, so I'm gonna try to see if I can prop you up somewhere while I talk to you about what I'm doing, but we shall see if I can get it done. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got you guys propped up in the chair. Hopefully that's good enough for right now. Ew, there's a roach in there. Let's get it out. It's dead, but it's definitely a roach. Okay, we got him out. So I've got my dipel here, which is my BT. I purchased this from Johnny Seeds. I can't remember the price, but I want to say it's like $25 or so. When it comes to the dipel or the BT, I like to put about 4 teaspoons in here, 3 or 4, depending on what kind of pest level we're having. We don't have a lot of worms, but we do definitely have some because we saw lots of holes in some things. And so I'm probably just going to do 3 because there's not a whole lot in here. And I might have to do 2 passes because I'm going to spray everything. So 3 of those. And then when it comes to the surround, it's pretty thick powder. So you have to use it pretty sparingly, or else what will happen is it's going to clog up my sprayer when I go to spray it. So I'm going to use that spoon and only put like 2 teaspoons in there, like 2 teaspoons. And then from there, refill it up with water. Bugs are bad. I don't know if these are gnats or white flies or what they are, but they are trying to fly all over me and I don't like it. Well, this is a pump sprayer, so you don't fill it up all the way to the top. You just fill it up to the fill line. Oh, oh no, the bubbles are coming up. Oh. So we're gonna waste a little bit of it, but It's okay. It's fine. I just don't like these bugs trying to land on me. Make them stop. Then once I make sure that I got it good and tight, I just give it a quick stir. Shake. Not stir. Quick shake. Because what I want to do is dissolve all of the BT and all of the surround in there so that it won't get clogged in my sprayer. So giving it a good shake. And then I'm going to go ahead and get to spraying. Okay, we just finished one pass. I got just about all of the plants that are in the ground, with the exception of maybe like just this last little corner over here. But you can see it's getting dark. So I gotta hurry up and try to get all the boxes. Oh my goodness. This is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it's currently 5 o'clock. So I probably maybe have another 45 minutes of light. So if I can get this done pretty quickly, then we're going to be able to get finished. But you can probably see these bugs are like crowded all around me. So I'm going to shake this up and try to get through pass number 2 quickly. All right, you guys. We just barely made it. It's 5:28 and I just got finished with spraying everything. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just gotta rush through and get done what needs to get done, because like I told you guys in the beginning of this video, since I'm about to be out of commission for a little bit, it was so important that I get this done and make sure that these vegetables are protected, and hopefully, you know, that does the trick. Usually it does. So that's not what I was able to do before, because we went on vacation, and then when we came back, you know, I got COVID like almost immediately, and so I was just down for 2 weeks, and there's nothing I can do about it but hope and pray. But a lot was lost, but it's okay, because we are getting it back together now, and as you guys can see, things are growing. And I'm so sorry. Normally I would have set up the tripod and been able to take you guys with me, but earlier in the video, after I had the tripod on the plants, when I set it back up, it decided to break. So I talked to Brandon about it earlier today, and he was like, don't worry about it. We can replace it. Tripods are not that expensive. And so I'm just so thankful that, you know, he feels the same way that I do. Like, okay, we could just buy another one, right? So if you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you again for watching, for tuning in, for following along. Hopefully you found something that will help you out if you're growing food or farming, or you know, if this is your first time, you're just trying to garden and trying to figure these things out. I used to hold the belief in the very, very beginning. I was like, I'm totally organic. I'm not going to spray one thing. I'm like, and I used to tell people that I don't spray my vegetables with one thing, and I didn't, but the bugs ate them all up. So it was a total fight with the bugs. And then I dug a little bit deeper and did some more research and found that, you know, even USDA organic people spray, because there are organic pesticides, and you can use things that are naturally found in nature to protect your produce from the pests. So that's what we do now. I try to make sure that I can take care of this food that God helps us to grow, and that we're able to eat it, and that the people who want to buy it from us, they can buy it too. So that's what we're doing here. So if you're one of the ones that are quite observant, you might notice that my nails are a little bit different. And that's because while I was on break earlier, we ran out to the nail salon and got our nails done. Now, what's significant about this color green is that in 2022, we lost our son, our oldest son. His name was Jonathan, and he died in a car accident. And so it was right around this time of the year. And so every single year, what I try to do in honor of him is proudly wear green. And, you know, green wasn't a favorite color of mine. I think green was just so unnoticed because you can find green everywhere. The grass is green, the trees are green, everything's green. But since he's passed away and since he's been gone, I've been really figuring out that I love green. Green is just such an awesome color, and it comes in so many different shades, and so much food is green. And you know, I feel like if God made the biggest plant on earth, which is grass, green, and the trees, which gives us oxygen, are green, you know, why shouldn't I love green? And so yeah, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys, and I'm gonna stop talking about it so that I don't become emotional. But I thank you again for watching this video. We appreciate you guys so much. And now you can see the sun is literally about to set. It's like right there. So that means that the next step is going to go down. So I don't want to be out here in the dark. So have a good night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.